Well, today I'm here, and I'm going to make it official. I'm running for re-election as Broome County Executive. I have to say that the last 4 years, they've been exciting, they've been interesting, they've been challenging, but they've also been rewarding. It's been my honor and my privilege to serve the people of Broome County, our bosses. And we fought hard to turn things around in Broome County. But I have to say this, I didn't do this by myself. I have a great team. And I want to say that my team deserves a lot of credit for our success. So if you would please give my team a round of applause for everything that they've done. You know, when I announced that my first run for county executive back in 2011, I made it clear that Broome County needed big changes. And I feel that we've delivered. You heard about many of the projects that Mayor David mentioned, and I assure you that you will hear plenty about our accomplishments during the course of this campaign and what we're looking for in the future. But honestly, tonight I don't want to talk about policy or politics. I think there's plenty of time for that. I really want to talk about why I got into public service in the first place. And it wasn't about the politics or the parties or the personalities, and definitely not about the power. It was all about serving the people. And I have to tell you, 4 years at this job has not changed me. So I'm here to tell you that I'm still the same Debbie. My heart is, and it always will be, with the people of Broome County. Recently, and I need someone to come up here with me, Becky. It's a new friend of mine, Becky.
A new friend.
A new friend, but we're going to be friends for a long, long time. Because I received a call the other day from a very distraught mother. And her son's been struggling with the heroin addiction for about 8 years or more.
Actually, Tony's
14,
been gone
14,
11, so 11
yeah.
years, yeah.
So he becomes suicidal, and she said that he just couldn't take it anymore. Now my staff sometimes gets a bit annoyed with me because when I interject myself into some things that come in on the phone and that, they say, wait a minute, you know, you can't handle everything. Well, this one I said I need to handle. So I called her right back to listen and to see what we could do to help. She was referred to me, and so I felt that it was my job to try and help her. I found out that her son had been struggling for years with the addiction. He was on probation, but I knew that there had to be a way to get him help that he needed. So I got to say, this is one great mom here, and I was scared. And
I was too.
She was too. And we worked hard, we got him in to see somebody, but we had to get him into placement. So I gave her my cell phone number. I gave her my home phone number. Yep, because I told her.
I didn't abuse it.
No, she didn't abuse it, no, but we stayed in touch. Because I have to say that I was really scared to death for him and for her. And I told her, I said, just keep telling him to hang in there. Hang in there, we're gonna take care of it. And I was afraid because, you know, life can be gone in an instant. So we talked, and we got the help.
Yeah.
And I slept with my cell phone because I was afraid. But we jumped through some hoops, we cut some red tape, and I think we got him placed in treatment, didn't we?
He went today.
He went today to Syracuse. So I just want to say that I'm just thankful that, you know, we can help you, and we're going to be friends forever.
Oh, forever.
I know. Thank you,
Forever.
honey.
Oh,
Thank you. Okay.
All
right. All right. It shows that, you know, we have to try no matter what. So to me, I just want to know, everyone to know that it is about the people. And for me, that's never going to change. I'm here to tell you that these last few years have not been easy. A lot of things have changed for me over the last 4 years. You know, it was like 3 weeks after I took office, and I lost my mom. But, you know, I was so thankful because all she wanted was to see me sworn in. So she was able to see that, and so I thought, you know, that's great because she got her wish. Then we went into 2014, and, you know, we're working really hard, and I fought the toughest battle of my life, one that I truly didn't see coming, and that was when I was diagnosed with the lung cancer. And I gotta tell you that was a change that I could have done without. But I'm happy to report that I've been back to Sloan. I go every 6 months, and everything is looking good. But the one thing I do have to say is the toughest change has been the loss of my partner, my best friend, and my biggest supporter. My late husband, Paul, who passed away last year. And I'm not gonna lie, because it's been real hard. And not an hour goes by every day that I don't think about him, because, you know, I have never run for anything, whether it be in the town, in the county, without him by my side, you know, telling me this is what you gotta do, keep going, don't listen to this, don't listen to that. But I will tell you this, he loved a good party, and I know he would have had a great time here tonight, and he would have loved the food. So Paul, I know you're up there, and I know you're standing there with a martini in your hand and you're looking down. So I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna win this one for you, and I won't let you down. Then we think everything's going good, but just recently, you know, we lost someone who was close to many of us here in this room. And this person was one of my greatest mentors over the years. And that was Senator Tom Lewis. It's gonna be tough without him because, you know, he was always there in the past to give me the guidance and to be a steady hand at the wheel. I went to see him on the Friday before he passed because he had a few things he wanted to tell me. And, you know, he told me when I got there, he said, sit down, and I'm like, uh-oh. But I did, and he told me the one thing that he's always told me is to remember who I am, to remember, you know, how I got where I was, and it was because of the people, and because I was always there for the people. So I know that he too will be watching down, and I hope that he will be smiling on us, and I'm sure he will. You know, they say that God only gives you as much adversity as he knows you can handle. Well, I gotta tell you, he must think that I have some serious bandwidth here. But all kidding aside, this personal adversity has given me even more resolve and strength to deliver for the people of Broome County. And it makes me sit back and think of my number one hero in American history, which is Abraham Lincoln, and the country that he envisioned, leading us through our most challenging times. It also makes me think of Ronald Reagan and his vision of the shining city on the hill. You know, there were times when our leaders aspired to greatness, when our leaders held high ideals and always stood up for the right thing. But I stand back and I look at our nation now, and in some ways, this country just isn't the way it was or I feel it should be. I'm not happy with Washington and the way it's trampled on our rights. I'm definitely not happy with Albany and the way that its so-called leaders have put their own self-interests above the people that they serve. So all I can say is I've had it, and so have too many fellow Americans. We need to live up to something greater, and we need to live up to what Lincoln and Reagan aspired to. Or maybe a bit more like someone else has been saying, we need to make America great again. We need to never forget who we are and where we came from. We need to focus on one purpose. It certainly isn't politics, it's serving the people. And I think on our national and our state level that they've gotten away from that. Standing here today, gearing up for this coming campaign, I am here to promise you that I will never lose sight of why we're here. I started out with a focus on the people. I have not changed, and nothing is going to change it over the next 4 years or for as long as I'm around. I will fight until my last breath for the people of Broome County. So, all I'm saying is, let's go win this thing for the people. God bless you, God bless Broome County, and God bless America.